we are paid member of staff of Cardiff First. We have got a learning disability. Over to Sarah because we've done some research on this. Sarah?
We did a response to a paper called I Don't Want to Be Mad and Sad.
Using individual systemic therapy to help manage anger and low mood in an adult with a learning disability.
Right, why did we want to do research into this topic?
Oh.
Sarah?
Sorry, go first, sorry.
Okay, go ahead, Sarah.
I won't be long. I think it's to see fields have perspective built in from someone with a learning disability, because it's still niche that needs tapping into. Over to you, Joanna.
Okay.
Good job.
When we first heard of the paper in the magazine, we some of us felt a bit concerned that it was a bit too much big words, bit too much all about people with a learning unnecessarily asking people with a learning disability. So we wanted to have people to live in our life and get a bit more insight into our life. And then when we had the opportunity to take part, that was very exciting.
So how did we decided on this paper series of papers? Because we had loads to choose from, number 8 to choose from. So how did we come up with the last one we choose? Joe?
We read the subject titles and we looked at the accessible summaries, but they wasn't too accessible. They wasn't very accessible to us. And any more ideas, Zara?
We had our colleague Ashley read out her paper, like, because it was so fast, so speedy, but she read it in a pace that we could all understand, and that helped. And the paper that we've just finished putting our thoughts to, that you're probably aware of, it won majority votes. Am I saying it right? We had next one, but that one won majority votes, and it wasn't what we expected. Great.
That's true. We wasn't expecting the outcome of that, really speaking. Sarah, was we?
No.
No. So we voted on quite a different ones, didn't we?
Yeah.
What we spoke of, what Ashley spoke about, and they was difficult enough, I think, as well as deciding down to the last detail on the last one. Was it easier when Ashley explained it all to us and explained it all to us about how we correspond to them?
Yeah, because our colleague, she knows that individuals with a learning disability have a different pace to mainstream people, and the pace we set in place, well, we which paper appreciated it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took our time and did it over a couple of weeks.
A good couple of weeks.
Yeah, we took our time.
What did we know about the paper so far? And
yeah, we found out what systemic therapy was.
Yeah. Joe, God.
Sorry. Did you want to say something, Sarah?
I'm lost. I'll go after you. I'm still thinking.
Okay. It's when you look at the environment the person's in, the problems around the environment, rather than the person as a whole, like the surrounding environment that they're in. The surrounding situations, rather than just calling them the problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Any more?
I wasn't again, it goes back to being the element of relatability, because you have a disability or not, you do go through those emotions. I can't like force enough that one element, it kept us going throughout the research. I don't mean that a horrible way. You got a relatability to that one character in a story, and then it does it unfolds in a way you wouldn't expect. You know, does that make any sense?
Yeah. Sarah makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I know you say
I'm just gonna coin the relatability element. Sorry.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Because we can relate to the person who got the problem, so to say.
If not from the disability, then the emotional.
Yeah.
And the surrounding environment as well.
Yeah.
About the environment, not just her.
No.
Yeah.
Any more ideas on this before we?
I think I like I could see the clear division of the before and after, because before we had yes, but then afterwards we came to a different conclusion than I ever expected.
No. It's not a weird solution, but which they think of, I don't think, if I'm saying that right.
Yeah. And following the story through, it was different to what we thought would happen, like Sarah was saying.
Yeah. Researcher, what do you say?
Sarah?
I shall. Sorry. I was. Can I use the word gobsmacked that it was a proper story? It wasn't like fictional, and the researcher, she lovely. You know, just and then when she said professional in this, that's another me. I just overall I just didn't expect this to be a proper story. I thought it was a fictional. Different after the research, and I, like I said, I'd love to have to do this all over again. Yeah, overall.
Yeah. Good. Joanna?
Yeah, I felt comfortable with the researcher being in the meeting, and it was interesting to meet a real researcher person, and it was also we got an opportunity to ask questions as well. We already sorted some questions out to ask some questions, and they were answered in a professional and kind way.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think? I think as a person herself, as a researcher, she's quite a nice person, I think.
Yeah.
Everybody agree with that?
Completely agree, yeah.
Yeah, down to earth, nice.
Yeah, and she understands where we was coming from and how we explain things more better to her, I think.
Yeah.
And she wasn't expecting some of the questions at all.
No, but the answers were really they were professional, and she wasn't at all like put off by him. She
No.
answered flawlessly.
Yeah.
How can we make it more accessible for researchers? Sarah?
Well, if you've got people within your organization that have a learning disability, try involving them as part of the research, because you're doing, without realizing, you're making them feel like proper important, and they'll be chuffed as well and feel all empowered. And yeah, just take on board their thoughts, because they are the experts, even if it isn't anyone from your organization. But yeah, approach someone with a learning disability like as early as possible within the research, so you're not changing around too much, because you're progressing from the very beginning. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's pointless doing the research there now and then being like, all right, what can we change, and then going back to square one, and then re-change and then changing it all. So just have someone on board who's got a learning disability from beforehand, because you're doing like so much. You're benefiting yourself and that person. You're empowering them without realizing.
Yeah. Joe, do you want to add something to that?
Yeah. Hang on. Sorry. Yeah, I think I liked Zara's word, empowering somebody. And I think it's about quality and not quantity. It's like about having it from the viewpoint of a person with a learning disability, rather than a viewpoint of a non-person with a learning disability, person without a learning disability. So have it just as a person with a learning disability, their viewpoint, and that'll make a quality paper. Yeah, Dawn?
Yeah, definitely. And as well as make it more easier for people with a learning disability to understand. And if it's from ground level upwards, they will understand why you do it more easier for people with a learning disability to understand as well.
Yeah.
Instead of making it complicated. Oh, I can't say this word. Complicated word.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
look
dark.
through. Sorry.
Go on.
Oops. And look through the viewpoint, the lens, and the perspective of a person with a learning disability. There's no point in going to an optician's and looking through a researcher's eyes. Look into the actual eyes of a person with a learning disability, and then they'll strike gold. Then they'll strike the absolute potential of what they want to learn about.
Too true. Sarah?
Like, we're perfect, lad, both of you. I can't just on what I said before, have someone on board with a learning disability, especially if it's someone from your organization, you're going to benefit so much more.
Yeah, definitely. If you are thinking, bless you, Joe, thinking of being, doing this research on behalf of a person with a learning disability, please get somebody with a learning disability involved first and foremost, because that's the best way possible for your research. Then tackle who you going to send it off to. Tackle them. Tell them if for people with a learning disability. Tell them they need it in easy read. Tell them they need pictures. Tell them it can't be jargon. Tell them, send it off to your professionals and all stuff like that. That's fine, fair enough. Send that off to them. But if it's got to be for people with a learning disability, please let them understand it and make it more accessible for people with a learning disability in easy read
Or a video as well.
or a video.
Like a tutorial or a YouTube video, yeah. I want to do
Mhm.
it again, I do. I loved it. That was really cool research. I was honest, I liked it quite a bit.
So if we get asked again, are you up for doing this again?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
That's good. So we can say yes, we would like to do this again, but it would cost you some money.
Yeah, right on.
But I
Like,
don't
yeah,
know
we like
much.
doing all the muscle work and the brain region, yeah, for sure. Pay us, please. Could you please? Please. Not like you have, yeah, please. Yeah,
Mm,
I enjoy
yeah,
it, surely.
because we
We
don't
all would.
want to do it for free, do we?
No.
Because we're the experts
Yeah,
of how people with a learning disability can live. So we're the experts, really, and we girls.
yeah, we are.
And there's if there's a middle ground. You can't fault it. There's always a middle ground in every scenario
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
make a project work on above to make a project progress better. There is middle ground.